Ain't that Denzel, son?
Yeah, that's just what I said.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that.
Damn,
John
Bill.
You said Spike Lee's boy. I didn't hear you say.
Oh, did I see Spike Lee's boy? Oh, I'm sorry. That's Den. I'm sorry. That's Den.
Okay, so no, I ain't what you said, man.
I'm gonna edit this shit though. West.
Yeah. You said Spike Lee.
I'm gonna put in there where it says, and this is Denzel's boy.
Yeah. No, don't you fucking edit that shit.
Damn, Billy, can't you listen, man? DTmerch.com. Connor, if you were wearing one of these shirts, if you were showing me them sexy slut ass muscles in that tank top right there, man, if you would look, if you were in that polo, that nice ass polo, you had the jersey, or if you had the backpack right here, or a cap or something, I could remember if you were wearing a hat, you'll probably be back. And then you can subscribe many ways. One way I recommend using your Amazon account. We got an Amazon Pay button. You put your username in there. You put your password in there. Oh, Darius. Wait, hold on, Darius. I'm gonna put that face.
Which one are you looking at?
Not Darion. Even though Darius look like he got it too. Look at oh shit. The double D's over there got that toasted goodness all over their body. The double toasted 4th anniversary weekend celebration. And that is going to be October 26th through the 28th. We have a Halloween theme going on. I got to tell you, man, I was going to be talking about the Black Klansman, the Black Klansman. I was going to actually do some costume for this, some costume play, but you'd be surprised how hard it is to find a Klansman robe around this town, man.
In Texas, it is surprising that it
really is. It's like they told me I had to drive all the way out of Austin to find it.
I had to drive all the way around for it.
Shit, thought I could just walk up into the costume shop. Hey, you got a Klans robe?
But you didn't go to Walmart. That's a problem.
It's Black, you can say Klansman, but it's Black Klansman. You got 3 Ks up in there just to emphasize the racism in that. And this is the latest Spike Lee joint.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And here's the thing about Spike Lee. Spike stay mad. Spike stay pissed off. Spike, anyone who's familiar, I ain't saying you got to know him personally, but anyone who's familiar with Spike Lee, you know that he does not mix words. He's ready to put it out there. Like this interview right here, where him and Michael Rappaport got into it.
First of all, motherfucking Rappaport doesn't know what he's fucking talking about. What Michael Rappaport left out, because he's stupid.
Spike, stay mad. Now this is a true story before we move on. I was at an after party. It was Spike Lee's after party for him. And I was there watching him across the room because security told me to back the fuck off. But as I was watching him, I was like, God damn, this is his party. People are celebrating him. And this brother was walking around irritated, mad as fuck about something, just looking for something to cut somebody out about. On a bad day, somebody gonna catch hell from Spike Lee. Spike Lee would just call up random people. Fuck you. Who is this?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. It's Spike Lee. Have a nice day. What? On a good day, he'll make a movie. Yeah. You know, all that anger will go to something. And I'm not saying that, you know, being mad is good. I mean, you know, being mad means you have something to say. He's not subtle at all.
Because he's stupid. You know, no, he's not subtle, no.
He didn't say Michael Rappaport was ignorant of the situation. He's like, he's fucking stupid.
Yeah. And he paused before he said it
because
too.
he's stupid.
Yeah. I want to make that clear.
Yeah. Just so there's no ambiguity.
Right.
But anger,
no, subtle.
No.
There is no definite. 100 people could stand up at his eulogy, give a eulogy at his funeral, and not one would use the word subtle.
Subtle walking across the room right now said, that motherfucker cussed me out. I can't work with him. He called me stupid. Spike Lee being angry, it does lead to him being very outspoken in his work. And you know, when you see that in his work, it like would Do the Right Thing is boiled down to a tragic but impactful end and one of the greatest works that he's ever done. Now, sometimes that anger leads to crazy shit. this movie right here, She Hate Me, that is one of the most insane, batshit bad movies I have ever seen.
Yeah.
It's a fucking porno, man.
Plus, it's a. What are you trying to say here? Because I'm lost in whatever this message was supposed to be.
Sometimes Spike can be so mad he just drives himself insane. Even he don't even know what he's doing at a certain point.
It's like he'll start with something and then go like, well, I want to talk about this too. Well, I want to talk about this too.
Yeah. Right.
Like the way, and I like Jungle Fever, but it's supposed to be the tension between an interracial couple. And by the second half, it's about everything else but that.
Right.
But everything but that.
It's an anti-crack message by the end. What is this? Yeah, Gator and all this thing. He takes over the whole thing.
I don't even know if that was an anti-crack, man. It was a horror movie by the end. Mama, give me the money.
I got a new dance just for you,
old man.
You know, there's a man who has amassed a huge body of film. And, you know, in the middle of that work, he's done some things that have been masterpieces, and he's done, goddamn, hit my hand like a computer.
I knew that.
I won't even try to
Should have been talking about Spike.
Yeah.
They heard what you were about to say.
Spike came out and just fucking slapped the shit out of me. You see that?
He's like, body of what, motherfucker?
So you don't understand my work because you're stupid. But when a man has amassed a huge body of work like he has done, he has masterpieces and he has some misses. So which one does his latest work fall into? Well, this is Black Klansman. We'll look at the trailer for that.
What can I do you for? Well, since you asked, I hate blacks. I hate Jews. I'm happy to be talking to a true white American. God bless white America.
I'm going to tell you right off the bat here, no, this ain't subtle one bit. Not at all.
Really? I couldn't tell.
Why? I know. Thought he was speaking in metaphors.
Well, you never know. You watch a trailer and they're going to make things look more bombastic. They're going to pick those pieces. But no, this is not at all subtle.
Actually, this is a movie about Buddhism.
The brother doing karate moves and shit behind the desk.
Yeah. Now, for me, that is not a problem. And before we even get into it, I know some people they're already saying, but wait a minute, this don't look like the Black Klansman that I know. No, we are not talking about the Black Klansman. I talked about this movie. Black Klansman was actually a movie from 1966, and this one was just with 1K this time. And I don't know if you remember when I talked about this?
Yeah, I do.
This movie deals with pretty much a white dude in blackface who's like playing a light-skinned brother who is trying to pass as he plays a black man. It's a white dude playing a black man, but he tries to pass as white as being a black man because the KKK, as they tell you in the beginning of the movie with their own theme song, the Ku Klux Klan, they killed his little girl. And now he has to infiltrate the KKK world.
Who's saying that? Bobby Darin?
I think Engelbert Humperdinck saying that. But yeah, and it is a trippy. It counts as blaxploitation, but it is one of those blaxploitation movies that is trying to have a very, very, very strong social message, especially for the time that it was out in 1966. But it's still a weird ass movie.
Get the hell out of my bed!
Damn.
Oh, Desdemona.
And that's Billy on Saturday nights.
This one was Sunday morning.
Yeah. Why can't it be both?
I'm way more calm on Saturday night. So too tired, bro.
Good morning, white.
What are you still doing here?
Me too.
Do you want orange juice with your toast? White.
Over medium, not over easy. My eggs.
That is not what this movie is about. This movie is based on a true story. And this is a story of, and I'm looking at this because this guy apparently is still alive. This is from the Houston Chronicle. This is based on Ron Stallworth. And as it says right here, this is based on his book, Black Klansman, where he infiltrated the Klan as an African American while he was working undercover for the Colorado Springs Police Department. And it's a fascinating story. Now, I'm sure they took some liberties here. And
How do you think, huh?
a smidgen, I'm sure. With a movie like this, at this point of our time, where we're in a very politically charged atmosphere where bigots and racists feel so emboldened, that they can come out and start in the open, calling people by racist names, inciting violence with people, you know, and being a movie being bold and direct like this, I think is necessary. And sometimes, you know, it may not flow as well, but you know, this is something that Spike Lee is trying to tackle a lot of things. For one, he's trying to, you know, he's openly taking shots at political figures who now feel like they can be openly racist, such as David Duke. That is David Duke in a Klan's robe. He at one time was he was the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan and then became a legit politician later.
I'm not going to legit, but.
Well, when I say legit politician, he is in office.
Right, yeah.
It's not like he did some shit undercover. He was a legit politician.
True. Right. True.
They covered things, you know, Spike Lee likes to cover things of, it's like some, the racist history of the South, which deals with my hometown, with something that I actually knew about and was surprised to see it featured in the movie. Right down to attacking cinema itself. Birth of a Nation. You know, this is something he takes full aim at. You know, which is considered to be one of the most racist films of all time, where the Ku Klux Klan has to go in and stop a rebellion of black people who are acting like animals and zombies and creatures and shit, attacking good white women out there.
I don't know. I feel like it has to be the racist movie of all time.
Oh, that's what I said. The most racist movie of all time.
You said maybe, or one of the.
Let me clear that up. Like, it is the most racist movie of all time.
I can't think of anything that tops that.
This is one of the times with Spike Lee where his passion comes through, his boldness comes through, and for something like the times that we live in now, it is much necessary. I don't know how you feel about that, Martin.
Well, I certainly liked where his heart is, and you know, he still has his filmmaking chops. It's a good looking movie, and yeah, he does take on those things, and I appreciate that there's somebody there, at least somebody there, willing to speak out. But that I think ultimately that lack of subtlety and the awkwardness hurts this movie a lot.
I wasn't probably as bothered by it as you were, because I see how with this, even though Spike is very angry, as this movie goes along, you can see where that is coming through, but still manages to find a lot of humor in the film through this pseudo cop buddy story that he has going on.
It's a lot of different things.
Yeah, but that is one of the things right there.
Yeah.
It is. And when I say pseudo cop buddy movie, I say that because, you know, we have one, you know, he's finding you can't help but laugh at this. He's finding the absurdity in Star Wars, playing a white man over the phone who has to send in a Jew to physically represent him in the Ku Klux Klan. Even Spike got to laugh at that real quick.
I got to laugh at that. They cast Adam Driver as somebody who goes in, they go like, I think you might be a Jew. I'm like, you think he might be a Jew?
Yeah, I was going to say, Adam Driver, I mean, don't nobody look more Jewish than Adam
exactly.
Driver.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe Mel Brooks or Woody Allen.
Like, yeah, does Woody Allen have to walk in here before you go like, all right, now I'm almost pretty sure you're a Jew.
Yeah. I think they know what they're doing in this, and I'll explain later why I think that does play into the humor of what they're doing. Also, you have Spike Lee's boy, John David Washington.
I was going to say, which one?
Yeah, that one.
Okay, he's got a bunch of.
He's got four. He's got four. He even heard another day. He said, I got two in front of camera, two behind.
Oh,
and John David Washington works very well with Adam Driver. Adam Driver, Martin knows, being one of my favorite actors today. You know, these guys, they got good chemistry together.
Isn't that hatred you've been hearing the Klan say, doesn't that piss you off?
Of course it does.
Then why are you acting like you ain't got skin in the game, brother?
Rookie, that's my fucking business.
He's like, no, bro, that's everybody's business. Have you seen yourself?
Ain't that Denzel's son?
Yeah, that's just what I said.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that.
Damn,
John
Bill.
Washington. You said Spike Lee's boy. I didn't hear you say.
Oh, did I see Spike Lee's boy? Oh, I'm sorry. That's Den. I'm sorry. That's Den.
Okay, so no, I ain't what you said, man.
I'm gonna edit this shit though. What's up?
Yeah. You said Spike Lee.
I'm gonna put in there where it says, and this is Denzel's boy.
Yeah. No, don't keep fucking edit that shit.
Damn, Billy, can't you listen, man? But no, man, it's funny how they put Adam Driver in there, because if you Adam Driver in the movie, there's even a scene when he goes to infiltrate the Klan. There's one racist dude. He's like, For real, nobody sees this shit. Right. I know, no offense, but like, y'all don't see this brother's nose right here.
And he's the dumb one. He's not the dumb one, but
No,
he's
actually,
the crazy one.
He's the crazy one. He's like I'm the crazy one.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm crazy and I'm not blind. No fuck.
I think he's a Jew. Now, come on, Leroy. You need to stop all that.
Yeah. Come on now, leave him alone. He good people. that is Denzel's son right there, and
You sure?
I'm not sure. He might be Spike Lee's boy.
It came at me with all the conviction
I know.
in the world.
I know.
Billy, oh, you wouldn't listen, huh? Ain't that what the fuck I just said?
God
Now,
damn,
nigga,
Billy.
I hear what you said.
Shit, where were you, man?
Right the fuck here. Listen to your black ass. Fuck up the name.
But these two, man, they as you heard, they got some great, insightful dialogue that's going on between them. I think, and amidst the humor. That's one of the things I like about it. You know, Spike Lee is all the writing, which he's done with some other people here. It's always smart, or it's always trying to say something. And you know, when I look at these two right here, first of all, Adam Driver. Everybody knows that Adam Driver. He's much respected now, and like I said, one of my favorites.
He's great. Yeah.
No, I love him, man.
He's famous for throwing temper tantrums while dressed up like Darth Vader.
Oh yeah, oh hell yeah. You don't fuck with him. But also John David Washington, man, you're gonna have to, y'all gonna look for this guy, man. I think he really is gonna be on the come up pretty soon. He's no longer, much respect first of all for him trying not to get by as Denzel's son, because even when you look at him, if you look at him, he ain't got no Denzel in there. If you look, Mama.
Oh,
He
yeah.
got all of Mama's features. Got all of Mama's featers. You even wonder, like, is that really your daddy? But the moment he speaks, Denzel just crawls right out his mouth. And I was like, okay, you know what? I appreciate him trying to be on the down low. And at first I thought, like, all right, Spike hired you because he worked with your daddy. But this guy, I thought, it's too early to say how great he is, but he really is good in the film, I thought. Again, he's able to capture a lot of humor with his character, a lot of tragedy with his character, and there are scenes of drama in here that are actually that he's able to handle pretty well too.
I didn't dislike him. I think he definitely has a charisma, but there was just so much awkwardness with him within this movie. I think I credit it more to the writing than I do to him, because it's him in a relationship with another character, and somehow it just never quite felt like it gelled together. And he does a weird thing in here that I think really throws the movie off. I mean, one of the things is that they hire him because he's like, okay, you're black, but you can sound white. He said, I can talk on both sides of his. I can speak jive when I have to. He said, all right, well, we're sending you in here now where you've been talking on the phone like you're white. You need to use your black voice when you get in there and actually talk to these Klans members. But he sounds exactly the same. I'm like, for him to be supposed to be using his jive voice, he sounds just like his white voice all through the movie. Matter of fact, his voice didn't change at all.
You didn't think so? There was some moments his inflection changed a little bit. I don't think his voice was going to change completely. But like I said,
you know the difference.
That's racist, Martin.
No, racist. No.
I'm kidding, man.
Everybody knows about code switching now, and for
there's
some
a cadence,
reason,
there's a cadence, there's an inflection.
Exactly. And I was like, that should be the easiest thing for him to do, and he's not doing it. I honestly, it wasn't until 3/4 of the movie I was like, so is this supposed to be a comedy? Because at first it would just seem like it was a serious movie with humorous parts. Then later it starts going into, all right, now y'all are just getting into sitcom humor here.
Well, I think that's the problem with Spike Lee. Spike Lee, he has a tendency, like sometimes his humor works great. If you watch Do the Right Thing, all that stuff. I mean, anywhere from his writing to the improvisation of certain actors.
Yeah.
Everything kind of fell into place with that.
It really does.
And with in certain movies, he has a great eye, ear, and talent in writing for satire sometimes too. But sometimes his satire can cross over into caricatures. Now I will say that it works well with certain actors here, and in this film I think Topher Grace did an amazing job at being.
Actually, I thought all the Klansmen were good.
Yeah, well, I'll say all except for maybe one. But Topher Grace I think he did an amazing job.
Sure looked like
David Duke.
Oh,
He
yeah.
looks like him,
Yeah.
and what he's able to do is, this is where the one spot where Spike Lee is subtle. He's able to go in, and Topher Grace. We just showed you a picture of David Duke earlier. There's the real David Duke right there. Now here's Topher Grace, the actor, as David Duke, and they nail the resemblance with him. But the thing that he's able to do is he's able to be comedic without being a cartoon or caricature.
Yeah.
Almost being a parody without going too far to being goofy. And also, at certain points, there's just a very, very sinister. There's a very, very sinister just undertone to him. Just a hint of it. Again, something that doesn't go very far.
Today we are privileged to be among white men. I want to thank you so much for never putting your country second. America first.
There's something kind of chilling about that. I mean, maybe they took liberties with it or not, but knowing that that person actually existed and had office. And he's good. Now, you say you like the rest of the races. I think some of them were good and some of them crossed over into hillbilly territory.
Well, yeah, there's that.
I'm talking about Dukes of Hazzard moonshine territory, you know.
Well, that one mentally challenged one.
Man,
he was a cartoon, but he just kept making me laugh.
They got one he's an inbred mutant.
Yeah.
he is a literal mouth breather. This dude right there.
God damn.
No, he does. He breathes out of his
That
mouth all
whole
the time.
movie, he just got his mouth all open, and then don't make him laugh. He's like,
Can't even hold the champagne right.
Yeah.
He grabbing like some big,
look at like he's giving a hand job or something. Look at
No, he's a cartoon. He was that cartoon character where I was like, you know what? He's making me laugh so much. Every time it focuses on him, he starts to say something. I got a little bit excited.
Wow, you and I just ain't seen eye to eye. I hated that character. I hated him mainly because I liked the actor. The actor had me laughing. It's the same guy from if you've seen the movie I, Tonya, he played the dumbass
the guy that hit
the fixer, you know, the special ops guy, the line special ops guy.
The breaker.
I forgot what his name is. His name is Walter. Let me see here. His name is Paul Walter Hauser.
Yeah, he's good at playing those
He's
types
good
of
at playing.
characters.
No, look at him trying to shut his mouth right now. Don't shut your mouth now. You're going to end up suffocating. You better open that shit up. It's in the whole movie. We gonna kill niggas. The one racist that I liked, and I forgot the guy's name, but the actor, his name is Jasper Paconen.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's scary. That's that shit right there. It's like in the movie. This guy is so scared. Like when Adam Driver walks in, he's like, I smell a Jew. My Jew senses is tingling.
Well, you know, whenever there's a pack of guys who are up to no good, there's always a dumb one and a crazy one.
Yeah.
And he's the crazy one. Always has that look like he drank a little bit too much moonshine and could go off at any second.
Right.
Yeah.
Then he be getting revved up all night long.
Yeah.
That's him at the bank right there.
This dude is he's so scary. You wonder if like you think he's really racist. Like you wonder if Spike Lee got a white guy to direct his parts. I don't want to be on the set when he's there. You know, it's like and Spike Lee nailed it with the casting because the reason why he got the racism down is like Martin said one time, he's that original white man racist.
Yeah.
The actor's actually from Finland.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's in Vikings, man. Playing another scary European white dude.
I don't see the difference.
Yeah. Another thing that made me feel good about him is that when he was a kid, he had them that sideshow Bob dreadlocks going on. So,
You doxed him? What the hell?
yeah, I got deep. I said, I have to know. If he's been burning crosses, I gotta know if this shit. If he's really racist, man, I stalked this dude. Right there.
Apparently, he was in a boy band.
Actually, one of the things I think that works the best is the scenes with Adam Driver undercover.
Yeah,
when he's hanging out with the Klansmen, and it's this guy and Ryan Eggold, who's kind of the leader, the more sober one, but he's even like, all right, I don't know how long I can keep doing this. and this guy's gonna take over, and he's crazy.
Yeah, and and see,
but that tension you felt, that's the time of feeling tension when he was with those guys.
That's why I loved Adam Driver going in, and I think that's why they just had him blatantly look like. I mean, besides Adam Driver just being a great actor, I think that they kind of played it up again. That all right, we're playing up Adam Driver as actually looking like a Jew. We know this because when he goes, you can't. You can't get around it unless they want to put some CG on his ass or something, But when he goes undercover, you feel for him. You fear for him because people are going to see obviously that he's that, and also Jasper Pacon, and this guy is so crazy. He's the one that's on him. That's when the movie really works as an undercover cop movie. You have those moments. All of them do their moment well, where the wire is going to get exposed, or he's going to get discovered. How is he going to get out of that? The tension for me really worked in those parts.
Well, especially this movie being something that takes place. It's the 70s, right? I mean, it better be because because he over pumps that whole blaxploitation vibe into this whole thing where it's not really necessary. But being it's 70s technology, that hiding a wire is
big old cassette tape.
An actual tape and something and a real microphone sitting like this right there.
At the shirt.
Got a jam box on there. With the movie not being very even at times, I still think that, because Spike Lee, as usual, tries to take on a tad bit too much sometimes.
Too many topics.
Too many topics. But one of the better parts of the movie, I think, is where, he has the movie. It might feel like it's stopping to preach, but he weaves certain parts of the story in, I think, pretty well. Spike Lee's son right here.
Denzel's son.
God damn it.
Or Spike Lee's son in this also.
Well, in this, it might as well be.
But the two of them had this baby together.
Well, they spent a long time together.
During Mo Better Blues.
Denzel's son here, man, he's got this romantic subplot going on with this girl here, Laura Harrier. She was the girl from
that was her.
Yeah, Spider-Man. Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah.
That was her. And which she was very good in the film.
Yeah.
She was great in that movie.
No, she's great. She's even better here, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you thought she was just a pretty face in Spider-Man, but here she is really good. It's Spike Lee's ability to weave in this storyline of in this message of he's surprisingly fair to the police. He does want to give the message of I don't think all cops are bad. I think there's some good cops, but this character. Spike Lee's. I mean, God damn it, Denzel's son here. He has to go. He loves his job. He likes being a cop, but then at the same time, he has to see how the cops abuse their power, and what that puts him in an awkward position. I think for anybody who wants to not generalize police, especially this awkward relationship that the black community has with police, a lot of us don't want to generalize, but it's like, but what can you say when they cover up for each other?
Exactly.
And they address that here. His relationship is strained because he is a cop and he's having trouble having a relationship with this woman because he doesn't want to tell her that because they have a bad relationship with the cops. We see the abuse going on in here and it's ugly.
I felt like it got ignored, and when it comes back around again, it felt a little false.
God damn. You like anything about this? No, I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you.
You knew that was coming, right?
Yeah, I know. I mean, you got your Spike goggles on, and I get it.
Oh, you're just a self-hating black man. You don't get it. I didn't say no. I didn't say none. I didn't say none. You said first, because a lot of people gonna say, man, why you attacking Martin? Because Martin said you got your Spike goggles on. But no, I don't. I'm really, because I don't like everything Spike Lee does. But and this movie's not perfect. But I do see where there are certain flaws that really don't. They don't seem as big compared to the things that seem to work for me in this movie.
Well, and me saying you got your Spike goggles on, that was just a tease. I'm not attacking you for it.
No, I know, but I have to fuck with you too. You know that. Come on now.
You came pretty hard, man. That's them fighting words.
That's all I had, man. I really went through my Rolodex.
You went for the nuclear option. All I did was just throw a rocket in the window. You have a better appreciation for what Spike is going for, and while I appreciate it, I'm like, yeah. It frustrates me more to see how much talent he still has, how much skill he still has, and what he's trying to do, and yet how it sabotages itself in ways that just were avoidable. And that's what bugged me about the movie. The ending you were cool with?
Nah.
Because you saw how that wrapped up so perfectly. It even wrapped up a storyline that wasn't even a storyline. I was like, why are y'all spending so much time on this? Who cares?
No, I definitely said that. I mean, it was over so quick, and it's almost something like if they had just ended the movie and it hadn't been.
Yeah, I thought if they had just ended it right here, I would like this so much better.
Yeah, I agree. No, that's one of the things I was going to complain about. I was going to be like, that ending is it's an ending that makes no sense.
Spike Lee does that. I mean, they have a linear film, and then he throws in like even Inside Man.
Yeah,
he threw in the 9/11 stuff in there.
Yeah.
Even in 25th Hour, 25th Hour became a fucking totally different movie than 30.
But how did you feel about it when you saw it?
Did I like 25th Hour?
Yeah, did you like 25th Hour?
For the most part.
Did you like Inside Man?
For the most part.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I like both those movies.
For the most part.
Like him doing that, like throwing in all this other stuff, I'm used to him doing it.
Okay.
Right,
Or at least,
exactly.
Or maybe I gotten out of being used to him doing it, because here he was just doing it in places where I was like, oh, you don't need to do that.
I'm not going to say where, I'm not going to say how, but there's Charleston footage that's thrown in here.
Yes.
I mean, Charlottesville footage
Charlottesville.
that's thrown in here. And I at times it seems forced, but what he did with that, the more I think about it, like, okay, I can see how there are certain things that connect with Charlottesville that they make points of in the film itself. And so that worked with me. There are points when the movie does get preachy. And sometimes it doesn't really work, but he brings, in every one of these movies, if he can get one, he tries to bring in a legendary black actor, Ozzie Davis, Ruby Dee.
Yeah, Harry Belafonte.
Harry Belafonte in this case. And that part of the movie, I'm not going to say anything about it, but it is a little preachy, but it's juxtaposed against another event that's happening in the movie. And it's also something that you're not going to see a movie bring into light like Spike Lee has the power to do. It's, again, not a perfect movie, but it is a movie, I think, for certain people when they walk out of it. And I will always, and you've heard me say this before, I will always give a movie that at least has very good directing, some very good dialogue, even if it's not in all the parts and it doesn't fit well together. And it's also saying something, and a lot of people are not going to like this just because of, like they said, this is a movie that is very, very, very bold in what it's saying. Yeah, I give it a low full price, man. I admire the film a lot.
Well, as much as it may sound like I hate it, I don't. I was just disappointed that I couldn't like it as much as I wanted to. As far as me recommending this to a general audience, I'd have to know you on a personal basis to tell you whether you would.
But it's not a general audience movie. That's the thing. It's not. This is not a mainstream film.
No.
Case to case basis.
No, yeah, it would be even within people who like Spike Lee. I would like. Well, let's sit down and talk so I get a gauge on what I would tell you. I would say for me, it's more of a low matinee.
Okay. All right then. Low full price, low matinee. Thought you can go for high full price. At least we can kind of meet there.
Hell no.
Damn.
Hey, you been listening to it?
Wait, you gave it a low full price? You thought I give it a high full price?
No, matinee. Thought you give it a high matinee.
You said full
You were
price.
speaking tonight.
What's going on, man?
Damn, maybe I do have. I ain't got Spike Lee goggles on. I got beer goggles on right now.